This is home, away from home.
Ni wiki mpya, mambo mengi yamekuwa yakiendelea, kuanzia kongamano la ustawi wa afya hadi sikukuu ya Caleb's.
Karibu kwenye kipindi cha MCCU.
Wisdom is the principal thing. In all your undertaking, get wisdom. Financial wisdom is the ability to manage what you have. That little that you have.
Have you ever thought of the words of Matthew chapter 28 verse 18 and 19 about making disciples of all the nations?
MCCU has thought of this from the east, west, north, south, central. MCCU has positioned itself for the spread of the gospel throughout Kenya.
In MCCU, these teams are called the evangelistic teams, drawing the hearts of many to our Lord Jesus Christ in Kenya. These teams are NET, majorly in Nyanza,
Uwet, majorly in Ukambani, Mubet, majorly in Mid-East Kenya, and Muket, majorly in Mount Kenya.
H majorly and evangelizing in Kiambu and Thika.
Get on, spreading the gospel in Nyandarua and Laikipia, and Set, spreading the gospel in the coastal region.
We have Noret Soret, which majorly evangelizes in northern and southern Rift Valley. We have Weso, majorly evangelizing in the western region in counties like Kakamega, Busia, and many more. Join us this afternoon from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. to experience this cultural diversity of our nation and to appreciate the special role these teams play in achieving the words of Matthew 28 or 18 to 19.
See you there!
MCCU, praise the name of the living God. Dennis Malombo here in my first year pursuing veterinary medicine. That makes me a vessel of glory. I serve in the MCCU in the ICT ministry. My home county is Kisumu County. I come from a family of 5, with me being the second last born. Passionate about theology. I'm passionate about people knowing the truth about God, not just what is assumed or presumed to be the truth about Him. And my hobbies would be, I play a bit of bass, but I'm just a beginner, so nobody should ask me for a game after the service. Favorite food? I do not have a favorite food. Please, if you have something that is tasting nice, just call me, please. Just call me. For this season, my favorite verse would be Philippians chapter 3, verse 12. And it says, "Not that I have already achieved these things, or that I have achieved perfection, but I press on to achieve the perfection for which Christ first possessed me." I'm a generally happy guy. See, the thing is, my face does not always reflect my mood, so people usually assume I'm just a grumpy guy all the time. But guys, please get to know me. I'm a happy guy.
Afya ya akili ni suala nyeti na muhimu katika kizazi chetu na linahitaji kushughulikiwa kwa haraka na umakini mkubwa.
Kuongezeka kwa ripoti za watu wanaojiua, viwango vya juu vya msongo wa mawazo, kujiumiza na matumizi ya dawa za kulevya, orodhesha yote.
Kwa kuzingatia hayo, Ufungamano House iliandaa kongamano la ustawi wa afya kwa lengo la kutoa mwanga kuhusu changamoto mbalimbali za afya ya akili. Hebu tazama jinsi siku hiyo ilivyokuwa.
14. Medicine, Law, Engineering, Architecture, Humanities. 14 flames blown out by the wind of mental despair. These are not mere statistics.
That shows that nearly 50% of university students across the country are struggling with one form of mental health issue or the other.
They are the silenced voices of brothers and sisters, students full of promise, whose ambitions, creativity, and nation-building futures have been cut short. We've gathered in the dim glow of candlelight vigils, holding space for the departed. Some of us have traveled far and wide to battles in distant villages, bearing the grief of futures cut short. But why? What drives a young mind to the edge? And more importantly, how do we pull back from it? The causes are woven into the fabric of university life. Academic rigor tops the list. The relentless pressure of exams, assignments, and high expectations that can lead to anxiety and burnout. For many, financial instability adds fuel to the fire. Loans that never stretch far enough, part-time jobs clashing with studies, leaving no room to breathe. Relationships fray under the strain, breakups, family conflicts, or the isolation of being far from home. Social media amplifies it all, bombarding minds with comparisons and cyberbullying. And in a culture where mental health is often stigmatized, silence becomes the deadliest companion. Yet, this isn't a story without hope. University of Nairobi, resources are within reach. The Wellness Center offers confidential counseling for trauma, stress, anxiety, depression, and substance abuse. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The office of the chaplaincy provides spiritual guidance, blending faith with emotional support to foster holistic wellness.
Remember, I'm saying be open to God, not to everyone. Be open to God. And I'm saying to significant others. Don't shout your issues in the street corners. There are significant others, people who can be of help. Even as you are walking, you had a banner that was saying, talk to someone. Somebody you can trust. You can entrust your information.
And the assistant dean's offices in each faculty are there for immediate student welfare, from academic advising to crisis intervention. These aren't just offices, they're lifelines. To understand this journey firsthand, we spoke with Kibet Bore.
My name is Brian Kibet Bore, a sixth-year student pursuing architecture, and I'm here to talk a bit about student wellness. And this will take me back to when I was in fourth year. So fourth year in architecture is one of the hardest levels of study, since a lot is expected from you, from design work, crits, group work, and it comes to a moment when you feel like you don't even have time to breathe. But me standing in front of you today is a testament that one can survive, and not just survive, but to grow through all the struggles. So I'll break my conversation into 4. So one, I'll say we need to acknowledge the struggle, and honestly speaking, I'll say fourth year was one of the hardest times for me in this university, because it really tested my discipline, my patience, my creativity, and my faith as well, because it came a time when I felt so much drained mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially as well. And through these struggles, I came to realize that God doesn't take the struggles away, but He uses the struggles to shape you, and that is what He did for me. Part 2 is how I managed. So a few things that helped me to stay grounded. One, I'll say, is prayer. So amidst all these struggles and lacking words to say to God, just the simple helped me. God really came through at that moment, because I felt like my energy had been regained and I now had the motivation to keep going. Then number 2, I'll say I found a community of friends who really encouraged me through the journey, who really reminded me who I was before, and I thank God for putting such friends in my life. And finally, an encouragement to those who are going through academic pressure. I'll say you're not alone in this. God is there, and I'll urge all of us to cast all our burdens that we feel that we can't carry to God, and that every time we feel like giving up, let's go back to the source being God. God will grant us peace, which the course that we are doing or our friends cannot give us.
Here at Mccu, let's commit to watching over one another, breaking the silence and embracing help, because every life matters.
Kila kitu chenye mwanzo huwa na mwisho, na tunatumai umefurahia kipindi cha leo. Nimekuwa wako daima, Paul Mccu.
Na mimi ni Sandra. Wiki njema mbele yako. Kumbuka kwamba unapendwa na kubarikiwa na Baba wa mbinguni. Adios.